So today is moving day. I'm moving my carving station from its summer setup to its winter setup. During the summer, I moved my carving area down here to the woods on the property. It's a nice wooded area, lots of shade. You get a nice breeze through here. And so when it's hot, this is where I like to work. And so all my equipment here, this is a little carving shed that I threw together earlier in the summer out of some pallets and some old tin. And basically all it does is serve to keep my tools in one spot and keep them dry. I cover it up with a tarp and I don't have to worry about moving my tools back and forth from the shop to my carving area. But what we're going to be doing is moving everything that's down here up to the shop. So if you can see, the shop is behind me there. It's that, can't get the camera. It's that white building over there. And so we'll be moving the carving shack up to the shop. And actually, I don't know, maybe I'll leave the shack down here because, and I'll just use it for next summer because I don't really need this up at the main shop. I have plenty of places to store tools and things at the main shop. You can probably tell if you've seen videos of this area, there were lots of logs. All the logs have been moved. I did that earlier in the week with a piece of equipment and a grapple. And we got all of the big logs. So it was a bunch of big hardwood logs moved up to the shop for winter carving. I'll show you those piles in just a second. So I moved all of my logs up to the shop. So essentially these are right outside my shop door. There's a door right there. I need to remove that panel where we've had all of this really heavy rain. Put the panel up to keep water out of the shop because that side of the shop is really just more or less storage to keep stuff dry. But yeah, all the logs are moved up. You can see we got some really big sweet gum, some oak, some ash. Over here we got some pine and some cedar. Cleared out all the old sawdust from this past year and moved some things around, and I'll throw up one of my tents here just for shade, but with the cooler days I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. And yeah, it's going to be nice because I have power right here on the shop, so I can run all of my equipment, all my power tools right here. I can store everything in the shop. It's a much closer setup, so it's going to be a lot more convenient. The advantage of the summer carving site down in the woods is that it's just much cooler. But now that these days are cooling off, I think this is going to be much more convenient. I'm looking forward to being really close to my shop. So yeah, that's the goal for today. Get all my tools from the carving shack moved up to the shop, get set up because I've got tons of cardinals and Santas to carve. If you'd like to place an order for a cardinal or a Santa, drop me a message. Cardinals will be ready later this week. Santas will be ready later next week. That's basically it. Just thought I would show you some of the logistics that go into my setup and how I make the transition from warmer weather months of carving to the cooler weather months of carving. The nice thing about this area is that because of the two buildings, it's kind of tucked back here in the trees. We don't get as bad a wind. So in the winter, when you don't necessarily want the wind biting at you, this is a good place to be. That's basically it. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.